Listen, after your like 400 response friggin' posts to everything that was going on in the last video, I figured it's about time I made a response video of my own. Your comment says, by demanding special rights is shoving it, like men, boys, and women's sports, hormones, or you can't survive. You want taxpayers for that. I'm not really sure what you're driving at there because it doesn't really make any fucking sense, but I'm going to do my best to try to answer your questions that you've had throughout the thing. So, starting off, trans people are not shoving anything in anybody's face or down anybody's throat or whatever other euphemisms that y'all love to use. Trans people simply existing in public spaces is not shoving anything down anybody's face. I'm sorry that people like you and you yourself have a problem with trans people freaking existing. I'm sorry. It's never going to go away. Trans people are never going to go away. Now, demanding special rights. Trans people are not demanding special anything. The only thing that trans people have been demanding is to be treated equally like everybody else. So, for example, a trans person would like to be able to apply for a job and not be discriminated against and not get that job specifically because they're trans. Now, there are states who are not only allowing these kinds of activities to happen, they are attempting to codify a person's or a business's ability to legally discriminate against trans people and refuse to hire them solely on the basis of them being trans. On that note, we also would like to have equality when it comes to commerce. So we would like to be able to go into a store and shop freely without being discriminated against at that store, as in a trans person literally being escorted out of the store because they're trans. Not for any other reason other than the fact they are trans. And once again, there are states where they are allowing this kind of activity to happen, and not just allowing it to happen, attempting to codify it into law to make sure it does happen. And just like anybody else should have, trans people are demanding bodily autonomy, as in it's our bodies, it's our decisions to make, we can do whatever we want with bodies. The government should have no say in anything that we do, which includes access to our health care. Trans people are not asking for special privileges when it comes to healthcare. We just want to be able to access the same exact quality of healthcare that everybody else gets, and we don't. And we have now at least 27 states have attempted to pass some kind of medical ban, making it impossible for us to access the healthcare that we need. I also want to touch base on the whole men and boys and women's sports thing. First off, there are no men and there are no boys in any women's sports whatsoever, and there never has been. Ever, unless it's co-ed. It's specifically co-ed. Trans girls are girls. Trans women are women. They're not men. They're not boys. They're women and girls who just want to be able to play fucking sports. And I believe that they have the right to do so, especially under Title IX. People like you want to take that right away from trans women and trans girls. And for what? Because Fox News told you? That's what it is? Because some news agency told you that's what you need to be mad about this week? Let's be honest here. I noticed that you didn't bring up trans men competing in men's sports. So this is really about targeting trans women because you hate women. Got it. Now, as far as taxpayers covering anything regarding trans-related care, not really. The vast majority of trans-related care is either paid for out of pocket or uses private insurance to cover any of the costs that are associated with it. Now, on the minuscule amounts of trans people who are on Medicaid and Medicare, yes, technically Medicaid and Medicare is government and it is in fact covering a lot of these things, as it should. Because Medicaid and Medicare also covers things like erectile dysfunction pills, micropenis therapies. These are all unnecessary, nonsensical BS in my book, but you know what? Taxpayer money is funding that crap. So if you've got a problem with it, my suggestion is you go cry about it. At the end of the day, trans people are not seeking anything special, nor have they ever looked for anything special or any kind of special treatment. Trans people just want to exist. We want to be left alone, and we want to live our lives the way we see fit without other people interfering with it. The same right that everybody else has to do with their lives. So my suggestion to you is get over it.